Hey everybody, it's Scott Brown here on day 37 of the 90-day Facebook Live video challenge. And I was reminded today that it is review time in the retail world. That's right, if you're a retailer, you are probably writing end of the year performance reviews. And I have said this, I don't know how many times, I do not believe in the end of year performance evaluation process, especially when it is tied to compensation, most notably year-end raises. And here's why. Let's say that you have a spouse. I love my wife. But imagine if the only time that I had a conversation with her about how our marriage was going, imagine the only time we talked about that was on our anniversary. We would only talk about it on our anniversary. Then we would put together an action plan that we could work on for the 3 months after our anniversary and decide if our relationship was evolving enough to continue going forward for another year. And if we decided during our anniversary that we were having a really good year, that we got along really well, that our relationship was going well, that in some way we would celebrate by maybe taking a vacation, but that vacation was only dependent upon whether or not our evaluation of our relationship was positive. That's stupid. That's got to be one of the dumbest ideas I have ever heard for a relationship. But how much time do we spend with the people that we work with every day? Spend 8 hours at least with them every day, 5 days a week, 40 hours minimum a week. But yet, we only have some structured review process once a year, at the end of the year. So we wait until the very end of the year. Hey, Jeff Geis, how are you doing, my friend? We only wait to the very end of the year to sit down with someone and say, hey, I think you did a great job. So if we wouldn't do it with our spouse, we probably wouldn't do the same thing with our kids. Why do we do it with our employees? Why? If we care about the relationship, if we care about helping somebody develop, if we care about helping somebody get better, about fostering a better relationship where you're moving forward in the same way and you're growing and you're both going in the same direction, you give feedback on a regular basis. Feedback is a privilege and a gift, not just to get, but also to give. If you really care about the relationship, you're going to give regular feedback on a regular basis. Now imagine if during that year-end performance review that I had with my wife on our anniversary, imagine if that was the first time that she mentioned how often it was that I either didn't take out the trash on time, that I came home late from work, that maybe I didn't empty the dishwasher, but yet those are the types of things that we bring up on year-end performance evaluation reviews. It is silly to think that that is when we should sit down and try to help somebody get better and foster a more productive relationship. Imagine how much better your relationships could be at work if you sat down on a regular basis and said, I think you're doing a great job. Or, I think here are some things that we need to work on. When you go home, you're not going to wait a week or a month to give your spouse feedback or your kids feedback or ask your neighbor to return the lawnmower. You're going to give immediate feedback, but yet we don't do it at work. We wait until the year end, and then we wonder why people get flustered during performance evaluations, why they cease to lose their probative value, and why they don't work. It's because the system itself is completely broken. If you want to really develop a relationship, have some sort of structured meeting, some sort of structured feedback, at least on a weekly basis. It doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out conversation. It can be a short touch base to, what are you working on? How's it going? How can I help? Those 3 questions can do wonders in building a relationship with somebody. I remember the last time that I was working in the corporate world and the last structured performance evaluation I got we were supposed to bring together all of the data and examples of everything we had done throughout the course of the year. And the lady who was giving me my evaluation had only been my boss for about 2 months. And when I started going over a couple of the things I did, I got the eye rolls, I got the laughter, I got the head bobs. She could have cared less about what I was saying. Her opinion was made up. It happens a lot. Performance evaluations don't work. So if you're getting ready to write your performance evaluations, I hope that this is just the opportunity to coalesce all of the feedback that you've given over the last 12 months. If not, then let this be the year that you change how you give feedback, when you give feedback, and why you give feedback. The next generation doesn't want to wait until the end of the year. They want to get feedback and know how they're doing on a regular basis. My generation doesn't want to wait till the end of the year. We want to know how we're doing on a regular basis. Start building relationships, start getting feedback on a regular basis, start listening to feedback on a regular basis, and start seeking it out on a regular basis. If you do that, you're going to find that your relationships improve, your performance improves, and all of a sudden, you become the place where people want to go work. You wouldn't do it to your family at home? Don't do it to your family at work. So until tomorrow, give yourself a break, give some feedback to somebody tomorrow, and start building a relationship, not just checking off a box and saying that I did another review. Have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow.